Hey, good afternoon, family. Good afternoon. So, the Lord has been dealing with me about wheat and tare. And so, I want to come out of Matthew 13, starting at verse 24, so I can give you a little backdraft of what I'm about to say, right? So, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy has done this. The servant said unto him, Will thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nah, lest while ye gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together into the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. And so this parable is just to let you know that, right, the enemy, he will come and just bring you all type of counterfeits where you think that this is the person, or this is the job, or this is the car, this is the house, or this is what I'm supposed to do because it seems as if it's right? So I had to go and research wheat and tare. And in the process, the reason why he told his servants not to pick them up, because while they're still yet young, they look exactly the same. You cannot distinguish them from another. And so when they grow up, you can distinguish the wheat from the tare because of the fruit that it carries. Come on now, the fruit that it carries, right? The wheat, because it has a fruit of humility, of obedience, of being pure in heart, of loving and giving. It bows down once it grows up into maturity, because that's the fruit that it carries, the fruit of the spirit. The tare, because of its arrogancy, its pride, its disobedience, its manipulation, its deceitfulness, it stands up tall as if nobody can tell it what to do. So that's how you can distinguish the wheat from the tare. And so it was so easy for them to go and pull up the tare, tie it, and burn it, because it's not of God. It's not of God. And it's just like with us. The enemy comes in like an angel of light and deceives us, right? But we have to start vetting people. We have to start getting to know who people is and stop taking them at face value, but at their actions. We have to look at their fruit, because the enemy can play an angel of light so good, deceive you so bad, hurt you so bad, and you be crying, asking God why. When he said all you have to do is ask for wisdom and he will give it to you. All you have to do is ask for him to give you more discernment and he will give it to you. This parable right here lets you know that the enemy will plant the wrong people in your life to trick you, to get you off course, to distract you from going the way God wants you to go. But because our Father is so good, because he is so good, he will let them grow up with us. But then he will start to separate the wheat from the tare. And if you are wheat, you will be protected in his farmhouse, in his barn. But if you are tare, you'll have to go through another phase, because the enemy comes to sift us. He comes to sift us. No matter how he needs to, he will do it. And it's up to us to use the power that God gave us to discern the wheat from the tare. And on today, I just want to pray for you that God will enlighten you, that he will strengthen you, that he will give you wisdom and discernment to know right from wrong, or right from almost right, to discern when the counterfeit is in your presence, to discern when God is sending you something, to discern when the enemy is trying to throw something in the mix. And I pray that you take heed to the signs and the warnings, and that you do the right thing with what God has equipped you with. Today, be blessed.